Hello everyone, welcome back to another English online session. Today I am going to explain you the poem Amanda, and it was written by Robin Klein. The poem Amanda is about a small child whose parents are forever nagging her about what to do and what not to do. This frequent interference makes her very unhappy. It seems as if she is not free to do anything that she wants to do. She wants freedom from all restrictions. She dreams to lead a life of a mermaid in a languid, emerald sea, with her being the only inhabitant there. She feels that an orphan has more freedom than her. She also wished to lead a calm and quiet life in a tower like that of a Rapunzel with nobody to disturb her. So this is a life of a girl, a child like you people, and her parents. They were consistently asking her what to do, what not to do. Like always, she was instructed to do something or not do something. She was fed up with that, and whenever she get some instructions from her mother, she was imagining uh, she wanted to be something else. Let's see the poem detailing. Before that, let me give you a brief sketch about the writer. Robin Klein is one of the Australia's most beloved and prolific young adult authors. Klein worked several jobs at the age of 15 before becoming an established writer and published her first story at the age of 16. Robin Klein has written over 40 books that are hugely celebrated for winning the CBSE Children's Book of the Year award and the Human Rights Award for Literature in 1989 for the novel Came Back to Show You I Could Fly. So these are the few hints about the writer. Before start explaining the poem, just take a look at the words, the meaning of the words. Now you can write the meaning of the words nearby the words in the text. That will help you to understand while reading. Hope you had noted the meaning of the words. Now let me explain you the poem. First of all, I am going to explain from the line, don't bite your nails, from there to drifting blissfully. Look at that. The poet is describing Amanda, a little girl who is always pointed out by her mother for her mistakes and how she imagines her life to be. The poet says that the mother is pointing out Amanda for biting nails, which is a bad habit. Next, she asks her to sit straight without bending her shoulders. Amanda, who has habit of bending her shoulders and sitting lazily, is being pointed out because her mother wants her to sit in the right posture. At this point of time, when she is being scolded by her mother, she imagines herself to be in a deep green sea. She says that she wants to be the only resident of this beautiful green sea. She imagines herself like a mermaid who is alone there and leads her life in a very relaxing way. She says that she wants to be carried away by the current of water and feel the relaxing environment there. Look at that. She was scolded by her mother for biting her nails and also slouching, sitting in a bending posture. That was advised by the mother is not good, so she was asked to sit straight. By the time keep on, her mother was pointing out her mistakes that made her forget about the scolding of her mother and she was in an imaginative world. She was imagining like she was the only inhabitant in a emerald sea, green sea, like a mermaid drifting, moving from one place to another place very peacefully. uh, she wanted to live her life. She was imagining such a life. Next, I am going to explain you from the line, did you finish your from there to the freedom is sweet. Here the poet says that Amanda's mother is inquiring her about whether she has done her homework or not. And then she asks her whether she has cleaned her room or not. Moreover, she is also reminded to clean her shoes. So here we can see that the mother is constantly asking her questions regarding her homework being done or not, or whether she had cleaned up her room and shoes or not. But on the other hand, while Amanda is listening to her mother's instructions, she imagines herself to be an orphan who is roaming in the streets. This means that she imagines if she would have been without parents, she would have walked freely in the streets. She would have drawn designs on the soft dust with her uncovered feet very quietly. Look at here uh, how far she was going because of this stress. Her mother was asking her questions constantly, whether she has done the instructed work, whether she got completed her homework, or the other work she has to do in her home, whether it is completed or not. By the time she was trying to escape from the reality, escape from the questions, or keep asking questions, she was imagining, she was not involving in the real world. She was imagining. Look at that, how far she was going. She was even ready to imagine to be an orphan. The advantage she sees that if she was an orphan, there was no parent to control her. She can walk freely in the streets. So that kind of a freedom she is expecting, and it's all came out of the stress she had, because the mother is keep on asking questions. Amanda didn't like that. That's why she was compelled to think such a way. So we can see that she thinks opposite to her mother. Her mother wants her to keep everything neat and clean, but Amanda wants to play in dust with her bare feet. Moreover, she is so fed up of these constant instructions from her mother that she says silence is gold, which means that silence is very crucial and precious. She further says that freedom is sweet. This means she never feels freedom when she was with her mother. Here are two important things she was saying. She was saying silence is gold because all the time she was hearing that her mother was asking questions or keep on pointing out her mistakes. She wanted that should be stopped. And next one is she was saying freedom is sweet. That means she never felt the real freedom. She wanted to feel the real freedom. That that's why she was saying that freedom is sweet. So her world or her imagination is very different. It's opposite to what Amanda's mother was expecting from her. Look at the next few lines. Don't eat that chocolate from there to my bright hair. Next, Amanda's mother is disallowing her to eat chocolates She reminds her of pimples that Amanda faces due to eating chocolates. At last, she scolds her for not paying attention to what her mother says. At this moment, Amanda imagines herself to be Rapunzel. You can see that character in the fairy tales, the girl with the long hair living in a tower. Rapunzel was a character from a fairy tale that was captured in a tower by a witch. The witch used to climb the tower with the help of long hair of Rapunzel that were let down by her through the window. So now Amanda wants to be Rapunzel because she feels that life in the tower will be peaceful and unusual. She thinks she will be free and live in a peaceful environment in the tower. She also confirms to herself that she will never let her hair down to anyone so that nobody could come to her in the tower. So, the most important thing we should understand here is Rapunzel is a character influenced her. Why Rapunzel is an important character or why it influenced Amanda is that she again wanted to be alone. Rapunzel actually lived alone. She was lived in a tower, captured by a witch, and she was kept in a tower, and she lived there. And only the witch used to come there. Rapunzel put down or let down her hair, and this witch climb and see her. Look at that, what Amanda was saying. She was saying she never let her hair down to climb someone up. That shows that she wanted to be alone. She wanted some time, some peaceful time. She just wanted to spend her time alone because her mother keep on asking questions or asking her to do this and that. If she was doing something, again she was finding faults and she was just trying to correct her. But Amanda didn't like this. Now look at next few lines. Stop that sulking. From there to at you, Amanda. Amanda's mother now warns her for behaving in a very odd manner. She asks her to stop being in a bad mood. Moreover, she blames her of having such an unstable mood. She also scolds her by saying that her behavior will one day make people think that Amanda was constantly being harassed by her mother. So here we can say that though Amanda is always pointed out by her mother on every small thing, but she can't react to this. If she reacts towards this by getting emotional, her mother takes this against her sense of pride and scolds her that she should not behave like this, as others would think that Amanda's mother is very dominating towards her child. Look at that, even though she just react to what her mother was doing to her, that also her mother take kind of sense of pride and she just accuse Amanda that people may tell something differently, that I am harassing you or I am dominating you, so don't behave like that. So here you can understand that this girl Amanda is very much stressed by the questions, instructions, and the way the Amanda's mother is behaving to her. All she needed was a freedom. She wanted to escape from the reality. The lines given in the bracket is her imagination. She wanted to be something else because this constant questioning. Hope you understood the explanation of this poem. Now let me explain you the literary devices or the poetic devices used in this poem. The first one, anaphora. We have already seen this in the last poem, the ball poem. Look at that repeated use of a word at the beginning or the start of two or more lines. Here, don't, that word is repeated in the consecutive lines. Don't bite, don't hunch, like that. And the next poetic device is assonance. I have already told you. Use of vowel sound or letters in the consecutive words. Look at that. Don't hunch your shoulders. In these consecutive words, O is used. O in don't and your and shoulders. In all these three words, the letter O is repeated. And the next one is metaphor. Look at here in this poem, the poet made a comparison. He used the word emerald sea for green color of sea. Actually, the color of the sea is green. To enhance it, he compared or he had used the word emerald sea to show that the sea is green. A comparison, he made a comparison. So green color of sea being similar to the color of emerald. And next one is alliteration. Alliteration, I have already explained you. The repeated use of consonant sound or letters. Here the letter S is repeated. Stop that slouching and sit up straight. Here yes, the letter S, consonant letter or the consonant sound S is repeated. That sound is being repeated at the start of closely placed words. In the consecutive words, S is repeated. So if consonant letter or sound is repeated, you can confirm that it is alliteration. Hope you understood the poem. Meet you with the explanation of another poem. Till then, take care. Bye.